Hello everyone, I'm Nini FC and this is Blue Lions TV. Welcome to the Transfer Deadline Day special live stream. I'm going to be giving my thoughts and opinions on the stories coming out. This just won't be focused purely on Chelsea. I'm going to be talking about all the deals happening right now at this moment in time. But you guys, so far in terms of news that's coming out, Zuma is going to be joining Everton. So that is yeah, it's a definitely I'm a bit disappointed by that one, I can't lie. I have to be honest. I think with Zuma, I was really hoping that he was going to be someone that would be given a chance for this season. It looks like he wasn't in Sarri's plans whatsoever, which is a bit disappointing from that point of view. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Everton, it's a decent club. It looks like they're trying to reinforce. They're trying to do things seriously. I think they're currently negotiating with Barcelona for Mina. I'm surprised that Barca are trying to get rid of Mina so quickly. I mean, the guy's only been there half a season. But it really lets you know just how cutthroat this football industry is, you guys. If you're not good after a few games, that's it. You're gone. You're out the door. We're seeing that with Bakayoko. Now, you guys, you might be wondering, why isn't Bakayoko left? Well, it doesn't really matter. You've got to understand, with their European transfer windows, they don't close until the 31st. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a situation where, over the following, weeks, we're going to see a lot of European clubs trying to make moves for some of our players. So, in a sense, it's not really a big deal why no one's left right now. And if anything, it does give you a good indication and a good idea that a lot of these guys will be leaving in the next coming weeks and they will be going abroad. So that is interesting. You guys asked me about Zuma Nini. I think Zuma would be on Koulibaly's level by the end of the season. Honestly, that's one of the most baffling, shocking things that I'll never ever understand. When did Zuma stop being rated at Chelsea? God knows, he's seen as an investment instead. But you guys, it brings up something very interesting. Now, you guys, when the transfer deadline day does finish, I'm going to be doing a transfer review with Joe Tweedy, and then the following day, I'm going to be rating the players that we have signed. I will be going in depth and detail. I know it's a popular video that I did do last year, so expect to see that come tomorrow. You guys, the grind doesn't stop on this channel, and later tonight is going to be a Q&A live stream where I can ask people's questions. So you guys, honestly, this past few days has been hectic for me. I've barely been sleeping, but you know what? It's worth it. I love doing this stuff. But yeah, you guys, speaking about Fekir, now, to be honest, I knew since the start of the morning that the deal wasn't going to be happening. Nothing's really developed or taken off, and Fekir isn't going to be coming. I know it's a bummer. Martial as well. Was hearing developments with Man United that they have, gone against the deal. They have been desperate for a defender. That has been their focus right now. And they changed their mind again and don't want to release Martial. So it looks like he isn't going to be leaving. It is a shame, but you guys, there's one thing we have to remember. January is going to be in a very important period for the club. You have to remember every single time we sign players and we get rid of players, we haven't finished our transfer activity. It's going to continue in the January transfer window. Don't be surprised to see those renewed bids coming in for Martial. This could be working in our favour. I can imagine it'll be a situation where Martial's going to be unhappy being at Manchester United when he realises, oh shit, Mourinho definitely doesn't have me in my plans. I need to make sure I get a move in January. Things will be happening again, so don't worry about that, you guys. But again, that's our window over in terms of the players that we have signed. Again, Fekir, Kovacic, Jorginho, Kepa as well. It's a decent window. At least we have signed some upgrade players for the team that we needed. So it's not the end of the world. When it comes to loan players, now here's what I'm saying. Players that I've heard that are potentially that could be leaving. There's nothing guaranteed, but that's Tammy, that's Giroud, that's Mitchie, that's Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Bakayoko, and Drinkwater as well. But you guys, let's not forget, as I was mentioning about the January window, the Chinese market opens in January. Expect one of our players to be moving to a Chinese club. I have a feeling that's going to be Pedro, because before the season started, I kept hearing that Chinese clubs were interested in trying to bring him in. When the window opens in January, I can imagine them going in for it. And in a sense, this is why his contract renewal makes a lot of sense, because by effectively adding another year in his contract, that can increase his transfer value. And again, it's going to be interesting to see what does happen. You guys, I'll be surprised if Mourinho is there in January. I will be surprised as well. I can't lie to you. I think that would be very shocking. It's looking like a typical third season by Mourinho from his standards. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see. And Rob Green, Rob Green as well. Yeah, another big signing, upgrade signing we made this summer. But yeah, it's In a way, I don't know. I do feel disappointed with the window so far. I will be going into detail later on after the video, after this live stream. I don't know. I really felt that we needed that right winger to come. It clearly looks like we didn't have enough time to seal these players before the deadline day did end. I'm going to be talking a lot about our transfer activity, how we negotiate in terms of trying to get these guys, etc., etc. Because there's definitely questions us fans need to be having this discussion and things we need to be talking about. I feel that this window was very close to being a top window, one of the best windows we've had for a long time. But then it's come down to negotiations, and I mean, again, another thing to realize is we haven't really sold anyone for a transfer value, and why is that? It's because the money we want for them is stupid. It's too much, and clubs aren't going to spend it. Now, this means that we have to let everyone leave on loan. It makes no sense, but obviously with Everton paying the money that we want for Zuma, Zuma's second loan, he's got us £18 million and his wages are going to be paid for on top of that. The amount of money he's made for us since going on loan, this is why the loan army is a thing, you guys, because you get stupid amounts of money that's coming through. But again, that's enough about Chelsea for now. Talking about some other things happening throughout the deadline day. Harry Arter, yep, he's going to Cardiff City, as if anyone really cares about that too much. Now, it looks like Fosu Mensah could be going to Fulham. Honestly, I'm really disappointed that not one of our players went on loan to Fulham. It made sense. It made so much sense, especially when they do need that defensive support. It's a London club. It's round the corner as well. They're playing in the Premier League. They play great football on top of that. I can't believe not one player from our academy or from the loan army has made the move to Fulham. That is really baffling, to be honest. Talks of Jay Da Silva. Now, before I was hearing that he could be going to Bristol City. That's changed. It's looking like Aston Villa are the favourites to be signing Jay Da Silva on loan for the season. I think that could be a good loan move for Jay Da Silva. You have to realise he got Jack Grealish ahead of him. Aston Villa, one of the favourites to get promoted this season. They've kept all of their best players. They have invested as well. Jay Da Silva was the player of the year for Charlton. Fantastic for them. Playing on the left in a good attacking system with Jack Grealish could really do bits for him. One of them ones where if they did get promoted, it could be really interesting to see where Jay Da Silva could, where he could go next. But I don't know, you guys, a guy that really excelled, given the league he was forced to play in. You really thought there'd be more care in terms of what his next move's going to be. You're looking at Fulham as well. Fulham are close to signing Sergio Rico from Sevilla. Now, Sergio Rico to me is a good goalkeeper. I don't understand what Fulham are signing players they shouldn't be signing. I don't know how they're doing it, but it really lets you know the power of the Premier League and the power of money in this league. Everton look like the most busiest team so far this deadline day. It looks like they finally got the work permit agreement for what's his name, Bernard from Shakhtar. Obviously, he's on a free contract, and with Zuma going there as well. And they're trying desperately to try and seal the Mina transfer. Mina and Zuma together, that's a mean defence. That is a top defence. Now, of course, reports coming out in regards to Zuma yesterday with Man United interest. Seems like there wasn't enough time. I'm guessing United didn't want to pay the 10 million loan fee as well. It's a real shame how the Martial thing just petered out. And this is why I need to be talking about how you negotiate as a team later on. I think Wolverhampton Wanderers as well, you guys done some of the best business so far this window. Close to signing, who's the guy that's close to signing? Dendoncker. No, they've already signed him. They've signed him on loan from Anderlecht. Dendoncker, a guy with a big reputation as well, very young. Wolves are up and coming team, signed some of the top, some very, well regarded young European players. Dendoncker, Belgian international, can play in midfield and in defence. Imagine that midfield of Dendoncker and what's his name? The Portuguese. How can I forget the Portuguese guy's name like an idiot? I hate when I forget players' names and I can visualize their face, their shirt number, all of that, and I forget their name right at the end. I'll get back to it later on. But yeah, no Fekir. Of course, it was way too late to get that deal done. As I was saying in the video yesterday, if we want to sign Fekir, we're going to have that same energy which we had for Kepa, and that is pay whatever money, pay it upright, and then negotiate straight with the player because he would have been down. But you guys, let's not rule out the January window. We always make signings in January. We've made some top signings too. Some of our best signings have come during the January window. On top of that, we should be earning more money too in terms of transfers with players finally going on top of that. And if anything, Ruben Neves, you guys, thank you, Ruben Neves. And if anything, it really just highlights the utter stupidity and the fact that How can 17 clubs in this country agree on ending the window before the season starts? Oh, like the short-term thinking in this country can be a bit baffling, and it's pretty funny because most of the clubs haven't been able to finish the business they wanted to do. Mostly the smaller clubs this year have really profited from being able to sign the players they need and getting them done quickly. But all the bigger clubs have really struggled in regards to getting the targets that they want. Of course, you guys, anytime a big club wants a player, clubs are doubling the price they want from him. Big clubs don't want to spend that money. It takes them much longer to negotiate for transfers. And all the clubs outside the top six have really been profiting from that. And this is why they've been able to sign players they shouldn't really be able to sign. I mean, I still can't get over the fact that Seri has signed for Fulham this season. That really baffles me. The guy should be playing for a Champions League team. But I mean, that's what it really just shows you the utter stupidity in terms of what these clubs have done so far. Any news on Fekir? As I'm saying, nothing with Fekir. There just wasn't enough time to get anything done. The deal went quiet again afterwards because they couldn't really come to agreement with a fee. As I said, if you don't have that same energy to be in there straight away to get the deal done, don't expect Lyon to sell, especially right at the end. And even then, it gets you thinking, why did Chelsea wait till right to the end to get these deals done? I just don't understand it most times. Surely you have an idea. And, it is a bit disappointing that we haven't signed that right winger because I really feel that's the guy we desperately needed on the right. Please, he's doing his medical right now. What is it? Wait, how do you know he's not coming? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Yeah, too late. What else? But yeah, you guys, let me answer a few questions as the news coming in. Nothing too crazy or substantial so far. We've got about 26 minutes left until the window does end. I've got everything open. I've got Twitter, Reddit, everything. I've got my phone open as well, seeing if I hear any news coming out. Nothing's really coming. Again, it goes to show, really, the fact that Zuma didn't go on loan to Lyon, because Lyon had actually been speaking to Zuma a lot to try and bring him. Now, originally, they tried to make a bid to sign him. Chelsea wanted to put a buyback clause on it. Lyon weren't interested. They were discussing a potential loan move. I honestly feel that this is why Fekir's not coming as well. So even though I have been told that things have gone quiet, Fekir's also not coming because I really think that, me personally, Zuma would have been part of that deal to bring him in because, Lyon are desperate for defenders right now. This is why they've been trying to sign everyone. Zuma was, he was high on their priority list in terms of defenders. They haven't been able to get him. Everton paid the money. And this is what I hate about how we use our loan players. Whoever pays the money gets the player. And it's just like, you're not even thinking about, how the player is going to benefit from that loan move. It is really frustrating. Oh, Atletico Madrid did sign Kalinic from AC Milan on a permanent. The BTEC Mandzukic, make of that what you will, you guys. But again, it's just good to see Kovacic. I saw some fantastic posts on Twitter. There was a great photo that was taken of Jorginho, Kovacic and Kante in one photo together. It's going to be exciting to see them. I wonder if Kovacic might get some game time against Huddersfield. Most likely not. I probably don't think so. But it's a good signing, good piece of business. And sometimes, you can benefit from these really late transfers. And in a way, I personally feel we have to thank Courtois for how we've been able to sign Kovacic. If he didn't put pressure on the club, you know what I mean? This still really wouldn't have happened because we wouldn't have really put all the money in for Kepa to pay it outright. And then obviously Madrid's too desperate to sign Courtois. And, Courtois doing this thing too to try and make the move there. Them offering us Kovacic in return as well. Because you've got to remember, in a way, Kovacic has been pissed off this summer because he's been priced out of a move throughout the entire summer. Real Madrid slapped on a 53 million price fee for him, which is stupid. Anytime Madrid try and slap a price fee on a player, clubs aren't paying it. This is why you're seeing James Rodriguez has agreed that 2-year loan spell at Bayern Munich as well as the option to buy at the end. It'll be a similar thing with Kovacic. You know what? I wouldn't even be surprised too if there's going to be like some secret clause that's in his contract stating that if he plays a certain amount of games, then a price can be agreed for this type of thing. I guess it does make sense. Kovacic was a player in demand. Man City were, desperate to try and sign him as well. A lot of interest throughout Europe on top of that. So he's a player that's very highly rated. And I guess it makes sense for Chelsea to, do things under covers and keep things very secretive to obviously try to secure that target. So in a way, Kovacic makes sense. Now, as I'm saying, you guys, Bakayoko and isn't going just yet. He'll be going later on, of course. AC Milan, that window has another 3 weeks. Danny Drinkwater, it's looking very likely that he'll probably have to move away abroad. For some reason, Chelsea slapped on a 2-3 million fee if you want to sign him on loan for the season. Low clubs have really been interested. I mean, Leicester, West Ham were. They didn't want to pay the money for it. I'm not going to be surprised to see Drinkwater get a loan move abroad before the window does. And on January, find a move then. Because I think realistically, he's not going to get much game time whatsoever. And again, it really lets you know, you guys, when you keep pricing everyone out of a move, ultimately, you end up losing in the end. To think that we haven't really made money from any players in terms of transfers is crazy to me. And I think it's another indictment on Marina Granasa. I can never pronounce his surname. But I think it's an indictment on Marina because I just constantly think that you can't be too hardboiled all the time. After a while, your reputation is going to go down. People are going to be sick and tired of doing business with you. And it just becomes a stress, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping that something does change in the future in regards to how we do negotiate. But Zinchenko, he didn't go to Wolves in the end. I can imagine why. Victor Moses, the links with him with a move to Wolves on loan. Didn't hear anything substantial from that whatsoever, so I'm not really taking that too seriously. I don't think any of you guys should. It's not looking too great from this season. I don't see him playing as many games because, again, he's a winger now. Got Pedro and Willian ahead of him. It's not looking too great for him, and it's a bit of a shame. I honestly don't understand how you can look at Zappacosta over Moses. Even if you want to have Aspie as your first choice, how the hell can Zappacosta be the guy ahead of Moses when he had a shit season last year? God knows, I guess, they're the same Italian brothers, so I guess, I don't know about that one. Maybe Zappa's getting Sarri as cappuccino in the morning, and that's how he's been able to save his Chelsea career. I honestly don't know. But again, another indictment because clubs wanted to sign him. So many wanted to sign him. Inter Milan too. Got priced out again, and this is why he's still here. And it's just a shame that we haven't really been able to make profit by actually selling players. It is a bit ridiculous, and something's got to give. But yeah, you guys, in terms of the window, I don't know. I think it was close to being a perfect one. It was very, very close to being a perfect one, but ain't the case so far. For God's sake. So De Silva ended up going to Bristol City in the end. That's a real shame. I don't know. So because obviously Joe Bryan, I think he's signing for Fulham instead. So that's definitely a shame. I heard that Tammy Abraham looking very likely that he'll be going on loan. Makes a ton of sense, to be honest, because he's not going to get much game time. He's still young. He needs to get consistent game time right now. So he definitely does need that move abroad. But Jay De Silva at Bristol City, I don't know. It's the guy that won Player of the Year for Charlton. Massive reputation going to... Even though Bristol City, they like to use youth. Tammy really prospered there as well. I'm not too sure. I'm disappointed with that one, to be honest. I can't lie to you guys. Jay. The guy's too good. But it just goes to show you guys... I'm always talking about how cynical this industry is. It really is. This is why we can't have too much emotional attachment to things. A lot of times these guys are just seen as commodities. That's all they are. This is why there's no real care. I mean, let's be serious. If there was real care, after that season De Silva had, a better club would have been found, or he would have gone to Vitesse or something, I don't know. Good luck to him. I think he's going to do great in the Championship because he's a great player. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Good luck to him. Courtois. I know the whole fan base is pissed off at Courtois right now. He hopes that Hazard joins him at Real Madrid. Oh, Courtois. Honestly, when he saw them post under his Instagram picture that he released, I don't think he likes Chelsea fans anymore. It's kind of funny how things have ended in that sense. And I don't know, with Courtois, it is kind of funny. He's always like an in-betweener to me. Like, he's like the last member of the in-betweeners. Like, it goes to show the power of footballers and the power of footballer clout. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's at Real Madrid right now, a move that he's been wanting for years. Kepa, I think, is a very good replacement. So I think that's definitely... if we couldn't get Alisson, I think Kepa's the best signing we could have made. So that definitely is interesting. I'm on Sky Sports right now. I can see Flex, and I can see that guy from the United stand. I forgot what his name is. But yeah, it's interesting to see that they've brought on a lot of YouTube personalities and stuff for transfer deadline days. So yeah, it's interesting. Good lords. what other news is happening so far. Again, Zuma's going to be completed very soon. Kovacic, yeah, this guy's going to be a great player for us. I'm very excited about that. Let me see some of your few questions right now. Jorginho's IG. Yeah, you guys, I know. It's not worth getting too gassed or excited for. The third kit, you guys, have you seen the third kit? I'm not going to lie, it looks pretty dead. Very, very dead. You guys, give me 1 second, give me 1 second. But yeah, I can 100% confirm to you guys as well that we actually did speak to Leon after the game on Tuesday in regards to Fekir. So it's going to be touch and go. I've been hearing reports too that Chelsea are trying to ask for permission to obviously get an extension to try and get the deal finalised. But then there's nothing too concrete coming out. You know, from my sources, I'm not hearing anything. And you guys, I'm going to believe my sources. They've been very accurate with all the news I've been hearing. Uh, what is that guy's name from the United stand again? What's his name? Like he does that. He does those like United live streams and stuff like that. I know that everyone hates him. Um, are you gonna answer my question? Does Kovacic have a buyout clause, bro? I haven't even been looking at the chat, man. Apologies for that, bro. Calm down, man. Have a beer. Just chill, yeah. Nothing. Here's the thing. I haven't heard anything concrete in regards to there being a buyback clause. I mean, I kind of said it in the video as well that I released. You clearly didn't watch the Kovacic announcement video I released. But there's nothing coming out in regards to concrete evidence that there is something. Maybe might come out in the future. I'm going to ask around. I'm going to ask people to find out if they know anything in regards to what's happening. I'm guessing maybe Chelsea don't want to release that type of information just yet. And they might want to play it close to their chest. So, again, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the end. Hey, thank you, man, for the love. Masunda, again, Masunda, how's this guy still in the club? I honestly don't understand that. Yeah, I know with Fekir too earlier on, he was doing some announcement, I think it was at 12 in Paris, showing the World Cup to everyone. Now, here's the thing. From everything I'm hearing, people are telling me that it's not happening, it's not going through. But with football, it's never good to be 100% guaranteed. Because there could be a slight chance that Chelsea are doing something under wraps, behind the scenes. It's very easy for Fekir to do a potential medical in Paris. He doesn't have to come to London to do any of that type of stuff. The deal could be done in Paris. That's our only hope, you guys. So we've got about 50 minutes until the window ends. In the next hour and 50 minutes, that's when we're going to really find out if anything has happened with Fekir. If the club are doing some secret shit behind the scenes that no one knows about. That's all we can hope for. I know everyone's talking about the Jorginho post on Instagram. I understand. But again, we're going to really understand what's happening in the next hour and 50 minutes. So that is going to be, it's going to be interesting to see. It is. But yeah, 15 minutes to end. And it's so funny how it's just like raining all of a sudden. It's downpouring outside. It's a poetic way for the transfer window to end. Yeah, Mark Goldbridge, that's it, Mark Goldbridge. That's like the whitest name though, if you think about it. Like Mark Goldbridge, you know what I mean? But yeah, you guys, that as I was saying about Fekir, that's the only chance that we have. And I'm giving a very hopeful scenario and situation. This isn't me giving my opinion because I know something happened behind the scenes. It's literally me just thinking of something logical, thinking if there was a slight 1% chance for it to work like this, Fekir would be doing his medical in Paris. We would be getting the deal sorted out there, and something would happen from there. And I don't know. I kind of think with Chelsea, because we did speak to him on Tuesday. We spoke to Leon in regards to his services. If you're really serious about the guy, you just pay whatever money they want up front, and that's it. Send someone on loan there as well. Who knows? We'll find out in the next hour and 15 minutes what's going to be happening. So that's really it. I think Fekir would be that great signing that we do need, though. I think it's a very big statement signing. On top of that, very versatile. Can play on the left. Play on the right. Can play as an 8 and can play up front as well. I personally feel that if he ever did sign for us, potentially, he would be playing on the right and in the middle. Predominantly. It would be interesting to see that link-up play between him and Hazard as well. I think that'd be great to see. Fekir, you know, he's someone that's been around for time. He's only young, so I think he's just turned 25. On top of that, great player. I definitely think he's the type of player that Chelsea fans are definitely warm to and love. His tenacity. He's a leader. And I think that, you know, the more leaders that you do have, the better it's going to be. And I think it's always good to have leaders all across the pitch. You want your leaders in defence, in midfield, and up front, and in goal on top of that. So it is going to be interesting to see, fingers crossed, if anything is happening behind the scenes. Again, I prefer Martial. It's disappointing that all of a sudden things petered out. United changed their minds in the end. I think they were focusing on a defender. And yeah, it's a shame how things ended. Fulham close to signing Fosu Mensah. This is what I don't understand, you guys. How is it that with how amazing our academy is, how amazing the young players we produce is, why do they always get the shit loan clubs after them? Someone like Fosu Mensah, what's he really done throughout his career? He was very average at Crystal Palace. He gets another Premier League move. What was he doing before that in the development team? I kind of feel that this is what I mean. Because we negotiate so shit all the time, we ask for so much stupid money, so much money for loan fees, we want all these wages paid, etc., etc. You put off clubs from trying to sign your players on loan, and it affects the players. Oh, I'm getting frustrated. I'm not going to lie. You guys have always been very objective when it comes to my thoughts on Marina. But I'm definitely seeing, my eyes are definitely open a bit more in regards to how she conducts business. I haven't been too happy with a lot with what she's been doing. Not just her, other people behind the scenes as well. Scott McCallaghan as well. Some of the players that he's trying to propose to Marina have been shit. Let's be serious, and haven't benefited us whatsoever. And we're struggling to sell them on top of that. I don't know, director of football. We need that guy to come. We need Barak to come. We need that footballing opinion up there. We 100% need that. Yep, Everton signed Bernard. I think that's a good signing for them. But Bernard, he was linked with us a few years ago. Very close to signing. Obviously rejected signing for us to pick Shakhtar instead. Don't know why you do something like that, but I think it's a good signing for Everton. Of course, it's probably on some big money over there as well. And I think, Bernard, Richarlison, Zuma, potentially getting Mina as well. Very good. Fulham close to signing Luciano Vietto on loan from Atletico Madrid. Luciano Vietto is one of those guys you thought was going to do much better with his career. He had that at Villarreal, was very good. He's a goal scorer. I think that he can prosper playing under Djukanovic with the attacking football they have. Fulham, they're building a very interesting team. You're definitely seeing there's a project happening there. They're definitely making statement signings, letting people know, you know what, we're serious. We have ambitions to do well in this league. But making very smart signings on top of that. I'm not seeing any stupid buys. Fulham will be interesting. I think it'll be an interesting London derby against them. You guys, I always prefer London clubs to get promoted because it's much easier to go to if you want to go to an away game. So that's going to be interesting. I think he deleted the Insta story. I'm so confused. Marshall Fakir in Stamford Bridge. You guys, don't get too gassed or excited by that. 1 second. Yeah. Okay, West Ham, Wolverhampton, and Fulham. Hey, Truman Lamb, West Ham, Wolves, and Fulham have made some serious signings this year, and they could be the potential clubs to break into the top 10. I think that should be their goals with the investments that they have made, and they all play very good football on top of that. I mean, if there's one positive with how with the Premier League and how things are working, the financial investments definitely helps these smaller teams get bigger and get better. They're signing players they shouldn't have any right to sign, beating competition, and that's the great thing. As I was saying, the big clubs have definitely lost out. To think Tottenham haven't made a single signing. Now I know their new stadium is a very expensive procedure that's really affected them this window, but to not make one signing, especially when your rivals are investing, and you're going to jeopardize your place in getting a potential top 4. And what happens if you don't get a top 4 finish? Guys like Pochettino, Kane, Ali, Ericsson, are they still going to want to stay there? I definitely think that Spurs have never been serious, in my opinion. Every year I'm thinking this is the year they're finally going to get out the top 4. I definitely think this season will be the year they do flop. I can't imagine Pochettino being that motivated as well. You're thinking, I fucking signed a new 5-year contract and I get no player at all to reinvest in the team. Every player we want to sign, we don't want to pay the money to sign him. I'm telling you guys, imagine Marina and Daniel Levy are the same. I wouldn't be surprised deep down if they were siblings. They conduct business the same. They got the same views in terms of how they like to conduct business. On top of that, it's not good enough, and they can really affect how your ambitions to really do things and really challenge to try and win trophies and stuff. So, Honestly, I'm happy Spurs haven't won anything. I don't give two fucks about them, to be honest. It is what it is. It gets like that, you know. So I just find it comical that not one player was born. I find that really funny, really funny. Yeah, Fakir isn't joining. Yep, he's not joining. I'm telling you guys, everyone's getting too excited. I've told you the hypothetical. If it ever was to happen, it'd have to be some real, secret shit. And I can't imagine it being that secret that nothing gets leaked. That's the thing. Nowhere in hell I can imagine that the deal would be that secret behind the scenes, that nothing would be leaked out. That's definitely not happening. People love to talk in this industry, constantly love to talk. So there's no way in hell, no, someone's not running their mouth in regards to what's happening. So I'd give up on Fakir. I'd give up on Martial, but you guys don't give up entirely. Only give up for this window now. January window is coming. The January window is coming. We do business during that window. So again, things will be happening. Keep the faith. A lot of players will be leaving on top of that, so it's going to be interesting. Only a few more minutes, 8 more minutes left until the window ends. I'm going to probably continue for another 15 minutes just to really see all the other deals that have been confirmed and what's been happening. So you guys definitely stay tuned. And it's crazy. This is my biggest ever live stream. 1,461 people watching. It's literally a mad thing right now. So obviously, thanks for that. Drink water. Nothing concrete yet. Again, you guys, it's only in the Premier League when the window ends now. Throughout Europe, it ends on the 31st. Expect a lot of clubs to be trying to try and sign Premier League players. Barker will go to Milan during that time. There's no rush for him to go just yet. I wouldn't be surprised to see Drinkwater going out on loan abroad. Masunda, there's time for him to leave. There's time for a lot of these guys to leave. You know what? Knowing how we do things, I bet we wait until the final day of the 31st before we let these guys go. Knowing us and just how incompetent we can be. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why the spam is just ridiculous. Hey, QWERTY, man. Obviously, you've been the best moderator. Anytime you see people doing spam or just talking shit, just put them on mute for a bit, please. I really appreciate that. Any news on anything? Any news on anything? Or on any departures? You guys, anytime it comes to me like finding out news and doing stuff, it literally comes to group chats and WhatsApp and sometimes Skype calls and phone calls. You know what I mean? It's nothing too crazy. So I'm just trying to find out everything I know right now. So far, De Silva's the only person confirmed. Is anyone else potentially leaving once the window does end? What happened to Danny? Guessing Omaruo, what's his name? Omaruo. Yeah, he's going to Turkey. He's the next one that's going to be leaving. But again, that's not a very exciting player. I don't think anyone really cares about him. And this is what really makes no sense about this super loan army. How the fuck can you have this one guy that's been at the club for how many years, and all you're doing is sending him on loan? By now, he should have been sold for money and for a profit. But when you're trying to ask for 15 million and 20 million for these guys, of course clubs aren't going to sign them. So, this club sometimes. God, please impart some wisdom on Marina. Please impart some wisdom on Scott. Please give that divine intervention they desperately need. Real talk. It's so frustrating, man. Marshall. You guys, I don't even get why people in the chat are just trying to guess. Marshall sign. Fakir sign. Because, what's this guy's name? Actually, I'm not even going to give no clout, man. But, yeah, you guys, 5 more minutes until the window does end. Reece Oxford, I don't understand how a guy that's really done nothing in his career is getting better loan moves. He's getting a loan move to the Bundesliga. Of course he is. But not one of our players got a loan move to the Bundesliga, which really baffles me when they're better than these guys that are getting the loan moves. And this is what I mean, the club sees everyone as like a commodity and an asset. You're really undervaluing them. How can guys from the right back at Real Madrid, the Moroccan guy, this guy got a loan move for a season to Dortmund. Now the guy's barely played for Real Madrid. He basically is a development player. The guy's gone straight to Dortmund. Imagine how high that level is. Not one of our players, even though they're one of the best in Europe, they show they're amazing. They get loan moves in League One, and if they're lucky in the Championship or in Holland, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. I think foreign clubs are now interested, or he's happy to fight for a place. I think him or Ruben, yeah, we have to talk about Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Potentially, again, the next few weeks are going to be very telling in regards to whether he feels that he wants to continue at Chelsea to try and fight for a place. It's going to come down to Sarri and how he gasses him. Everton just signed Yerry Mina for 28.5 million from Barcelona. Zuma and Mina. That's a crazy defense. That's a crazy defense. Now, if you guys want to get an understanding of just how good that defense is going to be, look how Mina and Sanchez were doing for Colombia during the World Cup. That is amazing. That's great play. But look at what Barca did. You know, they signed Mina for nothing, for like 13 million. They sold him for more than double that money. If this was Chelsea, we'd ask for 40 million or something stupid, and then clubs wouldn't want to pay the money. So we definitely need to renegotiate how we do things. So far, that's the biggest deal of the transfer deadline day. They've signed Mina, they've signed Zuma, and they've signed Bernard. 3 top players that's really upgraded what they do. The new manager too as well. Everton are looking like a problem again. They got Digne. I think Digne is going to be one of the most underrated signings of the season. I think he's going to be very good as a left back this year. Everton are looking dangerous again. They're looking very dangerous, and in a way, it's going to be an issue for the big clubs because the big clubs haven't invested as much, other than Arsenal and Liverpool. City, I'd say us. I think we could have invested a bit more. United as well haven't really done that much in the window. Tottenham haven't signed a single person at all, and we're seeing how all the smaller clubs have been benefiting from this and signing the big guys. Oh. You guys, I need 1 second, man. My voice, I'm speaking like a million miles per hour. You guys, as I keep saying, people are asking me stuff like, is Mitchell staying? I can't say for sure 100%. Because with Mitchell, clubs like Sevilla and Valencia are still talking to him a lot. When it comes to these guys, when it comes to interest from European clubs, it don't matter. They don't need to sign these guys today. Their window ends 3 weeks from now on the 31st. So they've got plenty of time to do all of that. That's enough time for players to change their mind maybe. Let's say Mitchell's like, okay, I can trust Sarri. He definitely wants to use me. What if Ruben decides, actually, you know, I'm going to stay now. I feel that I can get game time. Sarri's the right guy to play under. All these things can happen. But I think so far, I think guarantees Bakayoko. That's basically 99% done that he's going to be going to AC Milan. Drinkwater, it's looking peak for him. No Premier League club could agree a move with him in the end. Wouldn't be surprised to see him go abroad if it does happen. Tammy Abrahams as well. If he does go abroad, it has to be either in the Championship or it's going to be abroad on top of that as well. I don't know, Tammy, I think he needs a Bundesliga move. He needs to go to a better team abroad. Imagine if Chelsea announced Fekir in the last second. That would be great. You guys, who wants to do a countdown? We've got like 30 seconds left before the window ends. But you guys, to be honest, there's no news surrounding Chelsea. There's no news. Nothing's happening. Expect more stuff to be happening near the end of, near the end of the transfer window with more departures happening. Nothing's happening. No Fekir. No Martial. In a way, I mean, again, I can't say I'm disappointed because I found out in the early hours of yesterday that nothing would be happening. So that's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The window's over, you guys. It's over. It's over. I'm going to stay for another 10 minutes because there could be some other deals that have been announced by other clubs. But nothing's happening, you guys. It's disappointing in that sense, in a way. I don't know. Mad. But you guys, this is my biggest ever stream. 1.6 thousand people watching. Yeah, it's just exciting to see. It's exciting to know. So, yeah, obviously I'm a bit gassed. I can't lie. No news. Okay, what's this? This morning, Captain Nabil Fekir with the ban before. Yeah, so Fekir's just been training today. I mean, again, if anyone really wanted that clarification that Fekir wasn't happening today, he announced the World Cup to the Lyon supporters at 12 today in France. He has been training. That's it. Fekir wasn't going to be happening. As I said, if Chelsea was serious, We're saying, you know what, fuck it, 70 million, we want this guy right now. You don't have time to negotiate. Neon have no time to sign anyone either. If And the hope we only really had was Zuma. If Zuma had gone to Lyon, then that should have given everyone confidence that Fekir's coming. Didn't happen in the end. I'm guessing that's because Chelsea didn't want to get, they weren't going to get much money for Zuma on loan. Everton paid 10 million, which is crazy. So, but in a sense, Everton could afford to pay the 10 million because they signed Bernard on a free transfer. So in a sense, they paid 38.5 million for Zuma and for Mina. Fantastic deals by Everton. I can't lie. I mean, Mina and Zuma, I think they're good enough to be playing for a top 6 club, in my opinion. I don't think they should be playing for a club like Everton. I think that's beneath them in a sense. I think they're Champions League quality players, they're European class quality players. But it'll be good to see what Silva does with these guys. But you guys, West Ham have signed Carlos Sanchez. Nothing to get excited about there. And in a way, this is our window. Our window's over. Kovacic was signed. Kepa, Jorginho, Rob Green. We got the reinforcement in midfield. I'm just disappointed we couldn't get the guy on the right wing. That's the person I really wanted to get. I wanted to get that person up front. Mitchell has an opportunity now to show what he can do. Hopefully he does get that chance. Season starting on Saturday. It's not all doom and gloom, but it's a bit anticlimactic in that sense. I don't know. I'll answer a few of your questions before I do go, because I will be doing something with Joe later on, so you guys can't afford to miss out on that. Okay. Mourinho has got tricks, but falling for it. So far, no one knows what to expect from United. Neither can they plan against them. Mu will surprise the Premier League. No, Mourinho's not going to surprise the Premier League, you guys. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong chat I'm looking at. My bad. Not a bad window, just wish we did everything earlier. Of course. And, how many players have we talked to in this window? It's just like, how much time was wasted just holding discussions. Nothing came. In terms of this window, there's been some big deals. I'm feeling to do a top 10 transfers of the Premier League. A few crazy deals have happened. Pereira going to Leicester. God knows how this guy's going to Leicester and not going to a top 6 club. That really baffles me. I think Leno's a good signing for Arsenal on top of that as well. Maddison, no one's talking about. I definitely think Fred was a good buy by United. There's been a few top class players that have been signed, but so far this window, it's really benefited the bottom 6 the bottom 6 teams. And you can see now why 17 clubs in this country decided against the window. They were purely thinking of themselves. They weren't thinking about everyone benefiting from that. And yeah, this is why we got a pretty anticlimactic window in the end. Nini getting tipsy. Not yet, bro. Tala, do I know? No way in hell will I ever do that. Nope, I'm not about toes or feet. 100% not. Ugh. I don't even want to visualize that shit. Marina is, she could be faster. She could definitely be faster. I wish she could activate Ultra Instinct. That's what Marina needs to do. She needs to activate Ultra Instinct. That's the only way we can get this thing. We can get deals done in a short space of time. Cahill stays. Yep, Cahill stays. He's staying. He was comfortable being a backup player because I don't think he wants to leave a club like Chelsea. Because I think when Cahill knows when he leaves, I think that's his career basically over. Nini, are you cheating on us with another chat? At one time I did by accident. I apologise for that. Andre Gomez to Everton confirmed. Oh really? Has that come out? Oh, Fulham signed Anguissa from Marseille for 30 million. Fucking hell. Anguissa, Seri, and Tom Kearney in a midfield 3. Aye. Fulham. That is mad. They signed. Gisa is a very good ball-winning player. Very good technique. Very good skill as well. He's young on top of that. That midfield with him, Seri, and Kearney is illegal. Madness. It's definitely going to be a problem, you guys. Good lord. As I'm saying, Giroud, Morata, Mitchell, Abraham. Again, it looks like so far Morata's definitely staying. So no one think about him just yet. When it comes to guys like Mitchell, Abraham and Giroud, it was always going to be the European market that we're looking at these guys. So anything could happen just yet. There's going to be more news in regards to departures as the weeks do go on, so stay tuned for that. I'm not going to be surprised to see there being some shock players leaving as well. Leon Bailey, yep, we do. We're still talking, you guys. Don't give up on Leon Bailey just yet. As you should have seen in my video, such discussions are still happening. He's going to be a long-term type of player, probably in January or for next summer, so he's still young. It's nothing to worry about just yet. Sometimes with windows, you can't get all the business done in one window. There has to be a project. I think so far, in terms of the stability and in terms of the players we've signed for Sarri, I think we've signed the right players for him to really kickstart Sarri ball and really help change how we play as a team. Kovacic and I think Jorginho are inspired buys, the type of buys that we do need in midfield. As I was saying before the window started, for Sarri to do what he needs to do, the midfield was always going to be the most important thing because we just didn't have the midfield ready to play that type of football. Now we do have it, Kovacic and Jorginho. Now we've got a midfield that can rival some of the best in Europe. Ruben, Kovacic, Jorginho, Cesc and Kante. That's a stupidly good midfield to have. Skill, technique. This midfield can pass on top of that as well. It's going to be fun to see. It's looking peak if you're Ross Barkley, in my opinion. I think going to be behind the pecking order. But no, actually, I can't say that because with Barkley, I see Barkley transitioning to the forward areas. As we've seen throughout pre-season, there were times where he was playing on the right, playing on the left. We saw the Community Shield against Man City. You know, the second half, he was playing on the right as well. Sarri is going to, I think Sarri likes his versatility in that sense. So it's not over for Barkley. I just think it's over for Barkley when it comes to playing as a number 8 for us this season. So we can forget about seeing him in midfield, which is the best thing in my opinion. Fekir didn't sign. He's training right now. He's not coming. He didn't come. Again, it wasn't going to happen. Talks really fell through pretty quickly, to be honest. De Silva, the most notable ones have been Zuma leaving to Everton for 10 million on loan for the season, and Zuma joining Bristol City, De Silva joining Bristol City, which did piss me off. I really can't fib to you guys. It should be better than Bristol City. I don't know. This guy could have even done something for us this season. I'm looking at Marcos Alonso. All of us are seeing that the guy's struggling playing as a left back. Don't have the pace or the ability. West Ham signed Lucas Perez from Arsenal. I think that's a decent signing on top of that as well. I think playing under Pellegrini in that style of football he uses is going to get the best out of him. Godin, the deal fell through. He didn't want to sign for Manchester United, even though his buyout clause was 18 million. There's a reason why it's 18 million. He wants to retire at Atletico Madrid. It just really shows the desperation that United had. They didn't want to pay that money for Zuma. I'll probably be finding out more in the next few days in regards to what happened in the end with Martial and what happened with Zuma. And what I mean by that is I want to get more context and get all the final details in terms of why this deal didn't happen in the end and really find out what this means for January and for next summer on top of that as well. Tottenham did a Marina, Levy did a Marina. Obviously they're related, so it's no surprise they love to penny pinch. They were born to penny pinch. Jack Grealish, I'm not gonna lie, if you're a Spurs fan and you're getting excited by Jack Grealish, a guy that isn't better than Son, Lucas, Ericsson, Ali. I don't know. In a way, it could be a blessing for you, but it really shows you guys the levels. Leicester City signed Benkovic from Zagreb. I don't know too much about him, but again, they've needed that enforcement. Again, Benkovic with Harry Maguire, his stock's been rising as well. It seems like it's got the height and the pace and the ball playing abilities on top of that as well. They signed, their defense is looking decent. Benkovic, Maguire, and then you've got who's that white guy at left back with him? The young guy. Fuck, what's that stupid guy's name? I forgot, but anyway, you've got Ricardo Pereira on the right as well. That's looking like a very strong defence now. And Slimani went on loan to Fenerbahce for the season. Don't think anyone really cares, to be honest. But it's crazy. How is Kante going to fit in Sarri's system? Azili, bro, to be honest, I kind of feel like I've been speaking so much about it throughout this channel for so long. I think people should know the answer already. I mean, he's going to be playing the Alan role. He's going to be playing as a ball-winning midfield player, or if you want to say, defensive box-to-box player, but he will be pressing high. So, he'll just be playing on the right-hand side of the midfield three, man. So that's that. Kante's position is not in jeopardy. So please, anytime you see any reports or any stories, don't waste your time clicking it. It's clickbait. Don't do it. Yes, that's it. Chilwell, that guy. But again, Zuma, again, remember you guys, his future at Chelsea isn't necessarily over. He signed a 6-year deal last season, a 6-year deal. That's a crazy long contract. That either means, number one, he can command a lot of money if we sell him, or who knows what's going to happen in the future. We might turn to him. I think if Zuma has a fantastic season on loan at Everton, because I kind of think, even though he was Stoke City's best defender, it's the fact that he played for a club like Stoke City, who got relegated in the end, is going to bring your clout down. You're not going to be taken as serious. But I think, playing alongside Mina, playing for an Everton team that have ambition right now, and they're trying to, break into that top 6 place, I think that could be a loan move that could really determine what Zuma's future is going to be like. I think if he shows he's one of the best defenders in the league playing for a top team, there's no way in hell Chelsea can ignore that type of ability. And it's going to be good to see him playing alongside Mina. So let's not give up faith with Zuma just yet. He could still have a future at the club. Andre Gomez from Barcelona. Oh, did Andre Gomez go to Everton? Oh, that's what I think I was hearing before, but I actually tried to double confirm it. Real talk. Yeah, Andre Gomez signed as well. Andre Gomez on top of that as well. Everton are looking like a big deal right now. I mean, they've really done bits. Signing 3 Barca players as well, who are still really good players on top of that. Gomez, that's a decent player for them. That really is. Damn, all right, Everton are looking like a problem right now. Let me see Everton's squad right now to get an understanding. Everton transfer, yep. Okay, let me see what Everton are about right now. All right. But again, this makes it even harder for us. Mina. Already they've got Zuma, Michael Keane, Mina and Holgate. Strong defence. Ashley Williams actually left. He's gone to the Championship now. Dinier's there as well. Coleman's going to be back fit. They kept Idrissa Gueye. They've got Andre Gomez who's coming in as well. Richarlison. Blassie said in the end. Bernard. Okay, they're looking decent. I mean, I still think that one area Everton didn't improve in was up front. They weren't able to sign that striker in the end. Who knows? I know they signed Tosin in January. Maybe they're going to stick with him and trust him to try and perform. Everton are looking decent. They're looking decent, lads. Okay, but you guys, I think I'm going to be ending this in the next 2 minutes because again, I need to eat quickly. I've got a video to do with Joe Tweedy, which will be coming out later. We are going to be reviewing this transfer window, so you guys definitely stay in tuned for that. You'll definitely enjoy the video. Yeah, you think Kante, George and Kovacic in midfield altogether. You might be short of goals. I think we might be a bit short of goals, but I think this really just adds into the fact that it is going to be a bit of a transition year. Let's be serious. Mansari joined Napoli for the first season. Hamsik didn't score 20 goals or 15 goals, or even get 10 goals. Didn't get anywhere close to that. It's going to take time. There's a process happening right now. So in the end, long term, the goals aren't going to be there. But in terms of what we're doing right now, I think it's okay. We can live with this midfield. I think the most important thing is not just goals from that number 8. The most important thing is the number 8 can effectively link up in the final third and can effectively link up with the forwards as well. Ross Barkley showed he couldn't do that whatsoever. He was not good enough to be that number 8 for us. Kovacic is. At least we'll be keeping better possession in the final third. Plus, we've got a midfield that presses you guys. Kovacic, the guy, he's got a mean streak in him. He's aggressive. He's tenacious. He likes to tackle with Kante as well. Hey, you guys, it's looking dangerous right now. It's looking dangerous. Are we looking at Eden Hazard? A new Eden Hazard. It's mad. It's mad. Joe Tweedy has the best articles. Yep, of course. I definitely think, I'm not even saying it because he's my guy. I definitely feel with Joe that, if you're a Chelsea fan, I think he's the type of guy that he's the number 1 guy everyone should be following, in terms of the links he has in the industry. Guy knows so many industry figures. Joe's the reason why I got the Chalobah interview in the first place. It wasn't because of me or because of my tweet. It was purely down to him getting it sorted. He knows all these agents. He knows journalists. He knows people behind the scenes working in finance. He knows people at Chelsea. I'm not even going to tell you some of the people that he knows at the club. I'm telling you, the guy's the real deal. So this is why anytime he talks about anything football, this is why I'm always listening. And this is why I'm always learning from Joe as well. Because he knows what he's talking about. He's one of those elite guys. I think everyone in the community, you should be following him on Twitter, reading his articles, etc., etc. I mean, for God's sake, when he did that Lewis Baker article, The guy got flown out. He spent a weekend there with Baker, his agent, and his dad. How do you think he's doing something like this? Do you think he just like sent a tweet on Twitter? Of course not. You know, you need to be a well-connected guy to be able to get opportunities like that. I know I'm talking about Joe much longer than I need to, but again, you guys, if you're a fan, you got to take him seriously, and you definitely need to follow him. 100%. Follow him on Twitter. You need to. Man, if fans went saga on Higuain, we'd have him. We didn't need Higuain. And as I kept saying, you guys, Chelsea weren't interested. Yes, Sarri liked him, but Chelsea didn't want to sign him. Higuain came out to say it himself. He said that Sarri was the only one that wanted me at Chelsea. They didn't want me. You guys, if we wanted Higuain, we would have got Higuain. There's no way Higuain's picking Milan over Chelsea. That's the reality. What formation do you prefer? It's not about what I prefer. We're playing 4-3-3. That's it. That's not even a discussion. That's not a debate. We're playing 4-3-3. Is Vida coming to Arsenal? I don't know. I mean, Vida, I don't know. You're signing a guy from Besiktas, and he looked decent for Croatia. Of course, look how they play as a team. Is he the answer at centre-back? Nope. I don't get that one. Chelsea need good replacements for all our starting players. Well, we have that. I feel we have that. I think the decent thing is, at least when it comes to future transfer windows, all we have to do is focus on the attacking players. We're not going to have to waste time looking at defence or waste time looking at midfield right now. I think we're sorted in that capacity. So, I mean, that is the long-term benefit in the future. We can only just focus on, obviously, attacking players, which we're going to need. Fekir, Martial, is it? Yeah, of course, it's too late. I feel like I've been giving the Fekir explanation way too long and way too much. Do you think Fabregas should play in the number 8 cam role? I think with Fabregas, you got that versatility from him as well. You know, he can play there if he needs to. But I expect Ruben to get game time too if Ruben decides that he wants to stay. Okay, Masunda rated by Sarri. I don't know just yet. To be honest, he hasn't been really part of our pre-season whatsoever. That really gives you the answers that you're looking for. But again, Fulham signing Anguissa for Marseille, I think he's very impressive. I thought in the Europa League final, I thought he looked very good to in midfield when he was playing against Atleti. I mean, Seri and Anguissa, it's a bit of a madness, I can't lie. Yeah, as I keep saying, the smaller clubs have really profited this window. They really have. Nini, does this mean, of course, Morata's got a second chance, 100%. He's staying here now. Why is Sophie at Sky Sports but not you? I never got a phone call or an email, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I've only done this for 2 years. You know, Sophie's been part of the community for a long time. I don't have anything personal against Sophie. When I used to do those fan camps, she was very nice. She was very friendly, so I don't have a bad word to say about her. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, it gets like that. That's how it works. So, I'm not fussed. I'm not emotional. I'm not upset. And if anything, I would have been stressed out where, let's have in the Sky studio, and let's say that we were doing deals on the day, I wouldn't be able to report on them because I'd be in the studio, and that would just stress me the hell out. So, in a way, it's not too deep, to be honest. Bailey, what about him, Nini? I've done the video on Bailey. I'm not going to be talking about him. It's on my channel. You guys, a lot of times when people are asking questions, just look at the videos I've done. The videos are there. I'm not here. If you don't want to watch it, that's not my problem. You know what I mean? If you want the information, go to the video. I've done a video on Leon Bailey and Martial. It takes me time to write the scripts down, record, do all these takes, do all these edits. I'll make sure I give all the information I can. Nini, who has Spurs signed? No one. And they talk about our window. It's funny. It is funny. If anything, if you're a Spurs fan, you got to Actually, you can't boycott Levy. It's not good. It's not good, you know. CFC Fan TV most. I hear that. Again, I mean, I like all the people on CFC Fan TV. I've got nothing against them. I just personally feel their channel is really lazy. But again, I think as you've seen with the views, you know, people aren't really watching their stuff as much. In a way, you know, those guys never really use CFC Fan TV. You know, the channel was always like a gateway for other things, to be honest. So this is why it's nothing to get too emotional about, because they have their other commitments. You know, they've got other jobs. You know, they're not focusing fully on YouTube. So, you know, they produce as much content as they can in regards to, you know, what their careers are. So, you know, it's good to understand that, you know, to get the context. Alex, yeah, at times we do, man. I can't lie. Bit gutted Bolker isn't being sent out on loan. Who knows? There's still time, man. There's still time. Remember, European clubs will be looking at him. So expect a lot of guys to be leaving on loan. So don't worry about that. You guys, you know what? Oh, David, man, thank you for that super chat, bro. Ha, keep it pimping. That's it, bro. Always got to, bro. Thanks for that. But yeah, you guys, Elijah, man, Elijah. If you wanted to say that Fakir joke, you should have said it before the window ended. You should have said it more than 20 minutes ago. If you wanted to get people gassed or to trick them, you're too late, man. You're moving up Marina with that joke. I can't lie. You're taking your time. You really took your time with that one. Are you related to Messi yourself? Notice the background in earlier videos. Nah, his sister is my girl. So yeah, obviously I'm good friends with him. We're very close. So yeah, you know, obviously anytime I'm staying at theirs, I need to make my videos, and you know, it never rests. He lets me use his setup, so you know, it's all good. It's all blessed. With Morata thrive under Sarri, as I think again something I've said in how many countless videos. That's the last question I'm going to ask, because I've got a video to do with Joe 3D now. Of course, Morata can. I keep saying it. Oh, Sarri uses poachers. Actually, no, I'm not even going to get into it. I ask it too much, you guys. I need to go right now. I need to prepare for other things. You guys, thank you for watching the Deadline Day stream with me. I've broken a record here. More than 1,600 people. It's mad. It's crazy. Unfortunately, all we can talk about is departures. Jada Silva and Zuma being the biggest ones, to be honest. Expect more guys to be leaving later on throughout the season on top of that. But you guys, I'm going to be keeping it moving. Thank you for watching. I'm Nini FC. This is Transfer Deadline Day. I'll see you guys later.